Yo guys, welcome back to King Ols. Manchester United have officially signed Weghorst on a loan deal for the rest of the 2022 to 2023 season. Yes, this is official. Weghorst has signed. We were talking about it a few days ago where it's close, and I said it would happen. Even though, at a point, it did look like Besiktas said, well, they came out and said that, the deal wasn't going to happen and they weren't going to and they weren't going to, let Weghorst release his Besiktas contract and then go back to Burnley and then sign for Manchester United. But it's now happened. And Weghorst is now a Manchester United player. Ten Hag even confirmed earlier he will not be part of the Manchester Derby squad tomorrow. But yeah, look, it's a huge game for Manchester United tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that one, of course. But Weghorst, what will he be able to bring to Manchester United? I mean, I know for a fact he'll be able to bring, he'll bring a lot of height up front. He'll probably be able to hold players back well. He'll be able to head the ball well, of course. But I mean, it's a real interesting one because I think, as Manchester United fans, we don't fully ask Manchester United fans, people who support Manchester United, of course, such as myself and many others. Like, I'm not sure if we all fully know what we could get from this deal and how Weghorst is going to perform for Manchester United. Like, will he be good? Will he be bad? How will he play? But yeah, this is a striker that we've wanted to sign a striker. He was meant to say is he's not the striker that we were really chasing and really desperately wanting to sign. This isn't that kind of striker. It's a striker that we have signed, but it's one that the majority of us are fairly disappointed in, to be fair. And yeah, this deal I'm not overly impressed, and I've never said that I've never really said that that I do want this deal to happen, and it has happened on a loan deal, and it doesn't look like we are going to be looking at any other further options either, though, which is again, in my opinion, fairly disappointing. To be completely honest with you, we would have preferred and wanted more options at Manchester United to have as a striker, but yeah, unfortunately, we haven't got that. Unfortunately, we have not gone on and got that, and it is disappointing that it had to be this deal that happened and we weren't able to go on and explore other options. I mean, the transfer window's not over yet, so you never know. But personally, I really want to sign more players. I really want, and I really hope that we are able to go on and sign another striker this January. I just can't see it happening. I can't see us signing anybody else in January. Now that this play deal's gone on and happened. So, yeah, it is disappointing, to be completely honest. It is disappointing, but yeah, I just can't. I mean, it doesn't mean it's going to not happen, though. I mean, there's still a chance that we could sign players, another player in this January transfer window. I just doubt that we will, though, knowing our board, knowing how the club's run and all. I doubt that. I honestly doubt we are going to go out there and sign somebody else, and that's the frustrating. Yeah, that is a huge frustrating thing in Manchester United at the moment, is that we're not. I just don't think we're getting the right deals done. But obviously, Ten Hag did want to get this deal done in the end. Obviously, it probably wasn't in his top 5 deals to get done, but obviously, it probably wasn't in his top 5 targets for this January. But at the end of the day, it's the only guy out there. He is Dutch. He could work well with Erik ten Hag. We'll just have to wait and see what happens with it all. But I mean, hopefully Weghorst is able to do well, of course, and we'll have to wait and see what happens with him. But hopefully he can play well, and hopefully I mean, like he had a decent World Cup. To be fair to the guy, he did have a pretty decent World Cup. To be fair to him, but yeah, I'm really unsure. I don't really know about this signing. I mean, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see. Look, we'll just have to wait and see how he performs. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm gonna have a quick look at him, quick, and let's have a look at like all of his stats and all. So he's on loan from Burnley currently, of course, as we know. So Weghorst stats. Okay, so he see recent stats. Okay, so he 2018 to wait, no, we'll just go through all of it. So 2012 to 2014, he played for MN. I don't know who that is, but he's had 62 appearances for them, 20 goals. Then he played in 2014 to 2016 for Hercules Almelo. I don't know. And he had 64 appearances, 20 goals for them. Then I think this is AZ Alkmaar. I'm familiar with them. Manchester United, I've played them in the past in, I think, like the Europa League or something. He played for AZ Alkmaar, AZ Alkmaar in 2016 to 2018, 60 appearances, 31 goals. Then he obviously played in 2018 to 2022. He played for Wolfsburg, where he got 118 appearances and 59 goals. Then obviously 2022, he signed for Burnley and he had 20 appearances and 2 goals, which is pretty poor. Then from 2022 to 2023, a loan deal at Besiktas, he had 18 appearances and 9 goals. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this one gets to see how he gets on, to be fair. For Netherlands, well, for Netherlands under 21s, he had 1 appearance and 1 goal, and for the proper Netherlands team, which he's been playing for since 2018, he's had 19 appearances and 5 goals. So yeah, honestly, I don't know how to feel. I don't really know. I mean, I do know how to feel about it because it's not exactly a signing which I ideally want. It's not the signing that I would have wanted at Manchester United. Like this isn't the signing that I wanted to come to Manchester United this January. I really did want to go on and look elsewhere and see if there was someone else and see if there was someone better than Weghorst. I mean, I don't know overly too much about him apart from obviously, he did have a pretty good career at Wolfsburg, and he had a half decent World Cup as well, Weghorst this year. So I mean, you never know. It might be all right. It might be all right, but again, like it's a difficult one. But I mean, just don't underestimate him too much, though, I guess, because you never know. We might be able to do bits for us, but we will have to wait and see. I mean, I'm sure, like he will get like we are good at putting balls into the box at the moment, and whenever we've got corners, it'd be good to have like a big striker in there who we know is decent in the air, and obviously as well, it will be good. To see it, a proper striker. I don't know, will he be any better than Anthony Martial for Manchester United? I mean, I think that's definitely an interesting question to see what would happen with him and if he can be better than Anthony Martial or will he not? I mean, because if he's not better than Anthony Martial, then yeah, it's not exactly a great sign. But to be fair though, like he's not really that injury prone though, is he, Weghorst? He's not exactly injury prone, and what we've had in the past, we have had a few injury prone strikers such as Martial. There are others as well. I'm not going to name them all. I mean, people. I have heard people like comparing this, saying, "Oh yeah, it's just like a Udi and a Gallo signing." I don't think like we go down to that kind of standard. Like, Weghorst, he has played in the World Cup, but like he did have a decent World Cup. He obviously as well did have a good career at Wolfsburg. He has played in the Premier League before. Not exactly, I mean, he wasn't exactly great though for Burnley. But, at the end of the day, though, like you wouldn't have, when you play for Burnley, you're not going to really get too much balls coming into the box because Burnley are usually on the back foot the majority of the time. So I don't think that he'll definitely get a lot more service whenever he's in the Blade box. For sure he will, 100%. So I guess we can take that as a positive, possibly. He is 6'6", so yeah, he is a really big guy. He is a really, 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 really big guy. So he's 6'6". I mean, is he far? Like, is he that fast? Weghorst. I mean, I think the thing is, I mean, he's not the fastest player, but he's not the slowest player. He might be around, I don't know, probably he might be a little bit quicker than like around the likes of Harry Kane, so not exactly fast. And in my opinion, not like the ideal kind of Manchester United striker that I would have really, really, really wanted us to bring in January. Like, it's not my ideal. I don't really think it's anyone. Yeah, I don't really think it's any Manchester United fans' ideal signing. To be fair, for a striker, I mean, I'm not gonna lie though. Like, I expected something kind of like this to happen. I kind of expected something like this to happen. Like a little bit better than that Odion Ighalo kind of standard that we were going to sign. It was never going to be someone absolutely bloody incredible, and it's not. Apparently, Manchester United are looking at for obviously better strikers in the summer. Like the names like Victor Osimhen, that's a name which has already been thrown out there as well, that Manchester United could possibly be signing. Harry Kane. But yeah, as I said with Harry Kane, like a slow striker is not the kind of striker that you play once at Manchester United. That's what I think. But yeah, there are names being thrown around at the moment. Mitrovic, Ivan Toney, possibly ones for the summer. I mean, I'd be happy with any of them, to be fair. Like Victor Osimhen, I'd really like to join Manchester United. Lautaro Martinez, obviously from Inter Milan. I'd quite like him at Manchester United. Whether that happens or not, I don't know though. But I mean, yeah, there are players who we are looking for the summer though. But like, I just like the board though. Like, this is a huge season for Manchester United where at this moment in time, like we're not even like we're almost halfway through the season. We're in a good place to be at the moment. If we beat Manchester City tomorrow, then we're only 1 point off them. So like we're in a good position. You don't want to start throwing this stuff away. Like we're in a Carabao Cup semi-final. We should get to the final and win. No matter who we play against, in my opinion. Like even if it's Newcastle, I still believe we should get to that final and win. But I mean, thing is though, it's just these owners. But I'm pretty sure when new owners come in to Manchester United, I reckon it will be a lot better for us, of course. Because hopefully Ten Hag actually gets backed. Apparently, possibly. We could be getting a sale from Qatar. Someone from Qatar could be buying Manchester United. So we don't. The club will obviously be given a lot of money through that, and the manager will get back to me. But do you want to be an oil club though? Like, do we want to be an oil club? Like, I don't really know. Like, I don't really want our success just to be through like just oil money, like Manchester City and Newcastle and all. I mean, it would be good to get us back on track, but if you really do want to think about it in the long term, though, like, do you want all your Manchester United? Our success shouldn't be about us, just bringing like really, really rich owners. Like, I've said it before. The owner who I ideally probably want at Manchester United would be Sir Jim Ratcliffe. That's probably the ideal owner I would want because he does support Manchester United and he does have money as well, but it won't exactly be an oil deal. And as I've said before, I would quite like an owner at Manchester United who actually does support the club. knows what needs to be done, and is actually like a big fan of the club as well, obviously. But like we need someone who does support the club, actually knows what they're doing and knows what the issues are, and also. So yeah, I do think if we are to get an owner, like we ideally do want someone who is a fan of the club. But again, it is the Blade Glazers that do go on and decide who the owners are, though. So, but yeah, it's whoever puts in the biggest deal, really, though, isn't it? So yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the whole owner situation at Manchester United. But yeah, that's certainly going to be an interesting one. Certainly, they will be an interesting one. But yeah, tomorrow Manchester United got Manchester City in an absolutely huge Manchester derby game. But look, as I said a few minutes ago, like Manchester United are in a really good position at the moment, and like we don't really want to be throwing the season away. And if we don't want to throw this season away, then in my opinion, we need to be signing a striker, because that's the ideal position where we need to sign someone. We need to strengthen up on squad depth. We need we probably need new defenders. Like we need 2 new backup defenders to Varane and Martinez, because Varane is pretty injury prone at the moment, unfortunately. So yeah, we do need good solid backup centre backs. I mean, when I say we need good backup centre backs, I don't mean for us to go out and get the best the best in the world. What I mean is just 2 solid just two solid centre backs that we can have on the bench, so people who are at the highest standards more than Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. We ideally need centre backs who are at a more higher standard than them to be backups. But look, we'll just have to wait and see what's going to happen. But yeah, I mean, honestly, hopefully, we are able to go out and get the right owners, and Ten Hag will eventually be back with the right signings. But I guess we will have to deal with this one for the rest of the season, though, which is a bit of a pain in the backside, to be fair. It is a huge pain that, this is the Blaze signing that we need to deal with the rest of this season. Because it's not the one that we wanted. Obviously. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Hi, up United. Yeah, I mean, what does everyone think on this signing, though? And make sure you drop a like and subscribe if you're new, guys. But yeah, honestly, it's in my opinion, it's not the deal that we would have wanted. But, we are going to have to deal with it. And, obviously, Ten Hag, he did say in the end, he did want to go out and get this deal done because, obviously, he wasn't really being offered anyone else. He just recommended Weghorst. He's cheap to get on that loan deal, of course. It is disappointing that we couldn't get João Felix. I mean, yeah, I know we got sent off yesterday, but that doesn't mean that he'd be a flop for Chelsea, though. But I am annoyed that we weren't able to at least go out and get a player like him. But I do think this January, we do ideally still need a permanent striker at Manchester United, and we still haven't got that. We still have not got a permanent striker at Manchester United because. Oh, yeah. Is he on loan at Man United? Yeah, this is a loan deal. So, yeah, as I said, we still haven't got a permanent striker, which is a frustrating thing, in my opinion. So, yeah, it's a loan deal. And, it's just the fact is that it just, it's not as bad as it is signing Udi and Nagala like we did back in 2020. I mean, Udi and Nagala, he wasn't overly bad for us, but, it wasn't exactly the ideal signing, but he is better than that. But it's still a disappointing one, knowing also as well that we're not going to go out and sign anybody else. So it's the 13th of January, and I mean, there is still time. Obviously, there is still a lot of time to go out and sign other players. Of course there is, but I just don't think. I just don't think it's going to happen. I just don't think Manchester United are going to be active enough. Erik Ten Hag knows that we do need to sign other players, though. But obviously, Ten Hag can go out and demand these transfers that he wants. But it doesn't mean that we're going to get them, though, because then once Ten Hag asks for these transfers, you then have to go and look at the director of football, John Murta. And he's an absolutely awful director of football, and the new owners need to kick that bloody man out. Richard Arnold, who's like vice chairman of Manchester United, he needs to be kicked out because Ten Hag recommends some great signings for Manchester United, as we've heard on reports, and signings that would work for Manchester United, and some signings which are pretty reasonable as well. But these owners and the CEOs, the vice chairman, the director of football, you then look at them and they're not doing their job properly. And you have to feel for Ten Hag. But luckily, though, by the summer, we should have new owners. We should have new owners by the summer. So hopefully we do. No, I mean, we will, though, won't we? We will. So, I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to finally signing some new for finally getting some new owners, because at Manchester United, we've been protesting for years. And it should happen. And finally, the manager will get back, because I strongly believe that Erik Ten Hag is the man to lead Manchester United forward. I strongly believe that. I strongly believe that we have got the right man here. He just needs to get back. Look at what he's doing with some of these players at the moment. I know we've got great players at the moment. Casemiro, Rashford, Varane, Martinez, De Gea. We've got some great players, of course, but squad depth, I think, is the main thing. We need a proper main striker, and we need more squad depth. We lost João Felix to Chelsea. It's disappointing. Yeah, it's very disappointing in my opinion. I said it a few minutes back as well. I mean, it's really disappointing how we've just let this deal slip through our hands. But the reason for it is because the directors of football, John Murta, he's using that excuse saying, "Oh well, we spent 200 million in the summer. I think that's enough." But look at the situation that's happened, that we're in at the moment. A World Cup has just been. Look at where we are in the Premier League. We're in a good place where we can build on things and push for top four. But I do believe we will get top four. But I mean, we could possibly push for the title, if we get new signings, but we're not going to be able to push for the title because we're not going to sign anyone else apart from Jack Butland and bloody Weghorst. So yeah, we're not going to compete for the title. I mean, if we did compete for the title, I don't think we'd win it. I think we are a bit behind. I mean, but still though, we're not going to compete for the title because of this. I still believe we will get top four though. I reckon we'll get third or fourth. At Manchester United, I reckon we will. Get third or fourth. I'm pretty confident that we will. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, guys, drop a like on the stream. Subscribe if you're new to the channel. It would have cost me a lot if you could. But yeah, all I can say is that this signing is not backing the manager in the way that he needs to be backed. It's just not. The manager's not being backed in the correct way by going out and signing Wout Weghorst or Wout Weghorst, whatever his name is. I don't know how you say his first name, but look, it's frustrating because this is not backing the manager correctly. It's nowhere near backing the manager correctly. And backing the manager correctly would have been signing a permanent striker, or giving Ten Hag that striker on a loan deal. So I don't know whether it's going to work or not. Weghorst Besiktas, but honestly, it could work and he could come and prove us all wrong. I don't think he'll do badly. I don't think he'll do absolutely awful for us. It's not the ideal signing. We could have got better. But I know for a fact that, Weghorst, if he can get some decent service, we got some really fantastic wingers. Rashford especially, of course. When Anthony's on his day, he's solid. Sancho, hopefully be getting back soon and he's back better than ever. So yeah, look, we'll just have to wait and see what happens with the whole striker situation in the summer. Unfortunately, I mean, we have to wait till the summer. We have to wait till the Blaze summer until we hear more about it. But for now, we just have to do as well as what we've got. And the manager's not being that right, but I believe we can get top four because I believe Erik ten Hag can motivate the players that we have got. And, we really do need to hope that we don't pick up much injuries, because if we pick up a lot of injuries, then we are kind of blazed through. Because squad depth, I've said about squad depth, if we don't, if we don't, if, for example, if Casemiro picks up an injury, then we are basically screwed if Casemiro picks up an injury. Because he is the main part of the midfield. He's our best player on the pitch. He's our main player on the pitch that we need, because he's the reason why we're literally winning our games at the moment, because he's able to win that midfield battle, Casemiro. So if there's an injury to Casemiro, we're screwed. And the reason why for that is because we haven't got a good enough backup centre midfield. We've got no one. We've got Fred and McTominay. Obviously, Eriksen can do a job, but Eriksen with Fred or McTominay isn't going to work. So yeah, that's a frustrating thing, of course. And yeah, honestly, and if Varane or Martinez gets injured, then we're screwed as well, because we have not got good enough backup centre backs. If Varane and Martinez both get injured, then we are screwed. I mean, we're lucky that Luke Shaw can play decent at centre back now. To be fair, as he has proved, then we can stick Malaysia on the left. But yeah, basically, we are screwed. If Weghorst gets an injury, we're screwed. Martial, we should sell him because he just consistently gets injured. He gets injured literally after every bloody 2 games. Can't play tomorrow. He's injured literally all the time. Can't rely on him. If Weghorst gets injured, then we're kind of screwed because we won't have a striker, even though this isn't the right striker. And, like I always say, and Ten Hag always says, it's not all about getting a striker. It's about getting the right striker, or it's not all about just getting a player. It's about getting the right player. And I think Ten Hag knows that this probably isn't the right player, but I don't know. It might come and prove us all wrong, but we'll have to wait and see. I hope it does well. I really do hope that Weghorst does well at Manchester United, because, we need every player to do well. We need every player to do their part. And, I mean, how many goals do I think he will score for us this season? So we're in January now. We have around... So tomorrow will be our 18th game. So he'll have around 20 Premier League games to play for us. I reckon he'll score 10 goals. That's what I think. I think he'll score 10 goals this season. I reckon he'll score 12 in all competitions. We'll give him 12 goals in all competitions. So that's basically 12 games, let's say, in 25 games, something like that. Yeah, 12 goals in 25 games. I suppose it depends on how we do in other competitions as well. I mean, overall, in all competitions, you could possibly give him 15 goals in all competitions, 10 in the Premier League. I mean, that's basically what he usually does, scores half of what he usually gets. I mean, so he had 18 appearances for Besiktas, scored 9 goals, so that's half. Yeah, it's an interesting one. But yeah, guys, subscribe if you haven't already done so. It would, of course, mean a lot if you could. Drop a like and subscribe. Obviously, it's Manchester United versus Manchester City tomorrow. I can't wait. I can't really wait for that game. I'm really excited. Hopefully, Manchester United will be able to get the win in. I believe we definitely can. I believe we 100% can go on and get that win. There's no reason why we can't win. Manchester City aren't exactly playing well at this moment in time. I know they beat Chelsea 4-0 at the weekend, but that's Chelsea and they're absolutely awful. We are Manchester United. We're unbeaten in our last how many games? I've lost count of how many games we're actually unbeaten in now, because it's so much. We haven't lost for ages. Might be around 12 games or something we're unbeaten in. or something. 12 games, I think, something like that. Um, but yeah, I think that Weghorst will score around 15 goals for Manchester United this season. I think, yeah, around 15 goals in all competitions. I think he will score. I'm pretty sure of that, to be fair. But I mean, would you call that decent? I mean, it's not overly bad. Like, if you score like 15 goals in 25 games, like, that's not exactly a bad record, is it? I don't know. But yes, it's not exactly, yeah, but yeah, it's not exactly bad if you score 25 goals. No, sorry, 15 goals in 25. He could actually play 30 games if we're including all competitions. So 15 goals in 30. It's all right. Man United is going to beat Man City, definitely. Hopefully we will. I'm pretty sure we will. I reckon we will. Hopefully we do. I am fairly confident going into the game, to be fair. I do think that there's a huge chance that we get the win. We are huge underdogs, which surprised me with how big of underdogs we are going into that game and how big Manchester City are a favourites. It kind of shocked me a bit, to be fair, because Manchester City are quite big favourites going into the game tomorrow. And we're home as well. We haven't lost at Old Trafford for ages, and we've only conceded one goal at home in the Premier League since September, which was against Arsenal. So at home this season in the Premier League, I believe we've only conceded 3 goals in the Premier League at home, because obviously we lost 2-1 to Brighton on the first day. We beat Arsenal 3-1, so they scored 1 goal. So I think they've only scored 3 goals in the Premier League. We've only conceded 3 goals in the Premier League at Old Trafford this season, and we've only lost once in the Premier League at Old Trafford this season, and that was the first bloody game. So we're on a roll at Old Trafford at the moment. I mean, it could be a draw, the game tomorrow. Like, if it's a draw, it won't surprise me. If we lose, it won't surprise me. I mean, none of the outcomes of this game will surprise me. If Manchester United win, if we win tomorrow, then I will not be surprised, because we're playing well at the moment. We're looking like a real solid team. If Manchester City beat us, I won't be surprised. I will be surprised if they absolutely smash us, though. If they smash us, I'll be surprised. But they won't, though. But yeah, if they just beat us just mildly, then just like 1-0, 2-0, I won't be surprised. If it's a draw, I won't be surprised. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, make sure you subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. But yeah, guys, I will probably be doing a match review. Tomorrow for Manchester United and Manchester City. I will be doing a match review, so make sure you join me after the game. Win, loss, or draw, I will be here saying my thoughts on the game. Looking forward to it. Hopefully United win. Man United going to come out with a clean sheet. I think there's definitely a chance we do, to be fair. But before we do end the stream, I am going to say my predicted lineup for tomorrow and the team we should probably be starting. I think Ten Hag will agree. So in goal, David De Gea. Centre-back, Varane and Martinez. Left-back, Luke Shaw. Right-back, I might go with Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. I might say Aaron Wan-Bissaka, to be fair. Midfield, Casemiro and Eriksen. At Cam, Bruno. On the left, Marcus Rashford. On the right... Oh, wait, no, sorry, because Martial's out. So, on the left... Who will we play on the left? Oh, no, fine. Garnacho on the left. Anthony on the right. Rashford up top. Rashford striker. I think that's what we're going to do tomorrow, because obviously Weghorst won't be playing, as Ten Hag said, because he's only just signed today, a few minutes ago, and Martial's injured again. So yeah, I think we'll start Rashford up front. I mean, yeah, I do think Rashford's definitely better off the wings, but it is what it is, really. I mean, would we play I mean, we wouldn't play Garnacho up top. Sancho's still not back yet. But yeah, I think we should definitely start Garnacho. We should play 100% start Garnacho. Hopefully we do. I mean, yeah, we probably will be huge for Garnacho if he does get the start. I think to be fair, possibly could we bring Palestri off the bench and give him 20 minutes, something like that for Palestri? Anthony Alanga, I don't want to see him tomorrow. I do not want to see Anthony Alanga. He's awful. Send him out on loan. My score prediction for tomorrow, I mean, hopefully City are not able to shut Rashford down, and Rashford's got a plan to stay away from these Manchester City defenders, and Rashford's able to score goals because Rashford's playing incredible for us at the moment. It's so great to see him playing well. Rashford's playing great. So I reckon Rashford could get a goal. I reckon he will. I don't think City will be able to shut him down. Rashford will find a way to score. Garnacho could score as well, possibly. I reckon United, I don't know, it'll be interesting. Rashford from the left and Martial up front. Martial's injured, mate, so he won't be able to play, unfortunately. That's why I didn't include Martial, because he's injured. But yeah, it is a shame as well that Martial's injured. It is playing a shame. It's a huge shame that Martial's injured because I do think we might have needed him. To be fair, he's good at pulling players away. And, he's decent. He is actually pretty decent. I think he's definitely underrated by a lot of people. By a lot of neutrals. I think a lot of Manchester United fans can notice, importance that Martial does on the pitch, but neutrals don't usually see what he can do, Martial. But us Manchester United fans can. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. It would, of course, mean a lot if you could. What's I about to say? Oh, yeah, I was about to say Marcus Rashford earlier on today. He was robbed off Premier League Player of the Month. Marcus Rashford. He got Manchester United's Player of the Month. I believe I voted for him. But yeah, Rashford got robbed. Odegaard got Player of the Month. Yeah, it's a strange one. Oh, it's a shame there is Martial's injured. But yeah, Rashford got robbed off Player of the Month, which, honestly, it's a joke. How I just don't see how like people voted for Odegaard over Rashford for Player of the Month. I just don't see, because literally all of the comments on like the Premier League Instagram page were like, oh yeah, it's like got to go to Marcus Rashford. But then Odegaard got it, which it's a bit of a shock, to be fair. It's a bit of a shock that Marcus Rashford did not get Player of the Month, because he should have. Rashford was robbed off Player of the Month. Marcus Rashford should have got Player of the Month. And yes, it's an absolute joke, in my opinion, how he didn't get it, because he's been incredible. I mean, Casemiro as well could have had a run in to get it as well. And they both played really well. So I just don't see why one of them weren't given Player of the Month. I mean, hopefully they get January's. We'll have to wait and see. Okay, Weghorst put out a statement. Weghorst says, in quotes, he said, "I feel privileged to be joining Manchester United. I've played against the club in the past, and it's a fantastic feeling to now have the chance to put on the famous red shirt. I've seen United's progress under Erik ten Hag this season, and I can't wait to start playing my part." So yeah, that is what Weghorst has had to say since joining Manchester United. That's his statement. So he seems ready. Hopefully he's able to do well. Hopefully he's able to do well for Manchester United. We need to wish him all the best, even though it's not the ideal signing. We need to support every single player that joins our club, of course. So, we need to be supporting Weghorst through his time at Manchester United, and let's hope he does well. I just hope that we're able to go out in the transfer market, and we are going to be able to sign other players as well. But yeah, look, we'll have to wait and see what what comes through. But yeah, it's only the 13th of January. We've got around just over, I think, 2 weeks until they like possibly just over 2 weeks until the January transfer window ends. So yeah, it's certainly looking interesting in my opinion. At Manchester United. I mean, it is like on playing on the pitch. It's certainly looking interesting. Off the pitch, it's still a mess because these owners are still at the club and aren't getting Ten Hag the right players. But I mean, ideally, like we still, in my opinion, if we were to like fully compete for the title, I still think we'd need three or four signings in January. But we're not going to get that, so we won't be able to compete this year. But I think our team's definitely good enough to get top four. That's if we don't pick up many injuries. And I'm being hopeful here, and I'm saying that we will finish fourth this season. I reckon we will get top four, especially if we keep playing the way we're playing. And, I fully trust Erik Ten Hag. Then, yeah, I reckon we can get top four. And, other teams are slacking as well. So, yeah, it's a huge play opportunity this season. And hopefully we're able to take our opportunities, and tomorrow is a huge opportunity to of course go 1 point off Manchester City with only with 18 games played. It's absolutely huge if we win tomorrow, and it puts us in a fantastic late position. It's a fantastic late position to be in if we beat City tomorrow. But let's hope that we don't crack under the pressure, because in the past we've been playing cracky under pressure quite a lot, but hopefully this time we don't bloody do that, and we're able to do the right thing, and we do bloody know what we're doing. But I'm sure Ten Hag's not going to let our players crack under pressure. Ten Hag knows what he's doing. He ain't going to let these players crack under pressure. I know for a fact he won't. Ten Hag knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly how to motivate these players at Manchester United. So I'm pretty sure we'll be all right, and we'll be ready to play go tomorrow. So yeah, can't wait. 12:30 kickoff tomorrow. It's an early kickoff against Manchester City. I'm really looking forward to it. We've got 14 hours, 31 minutes till kickoff. Yeah, time's ticking down. I mean, honestly, 14 hours isn't actually that long if you think about it. 14 hours isn't actually that bloody long. So, yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to tomorrow's game against Manchester City. And I'm actually feeling confident. And, it's a first time in a really bloody long time that I'm feeling this confident as I am before a Manchester derby. I haven't been this confident going to a Manchester derby for an extremely bloody long time. And, it's obviously bloody because we're playing really well at the moment. Manchester City aren't playing too well. So, we need to bloody capitalise, and we need to do our thing. And I know we can. I know we are very bloody capable of winning tomorrow. But, let's just not bloody bottle this up. Let's not bottle this up. Let's not bloody crack under that pressure. We need a win. We need a win. If we win, it's huge. It's huge if we win. Let's not bloody bottle this now. We cannot screw it up. We cannot bloody screw this over now. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, subscribe if you're new. Drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Huge, huge, huge game tomorrow. My score prediction, I will say before I end. Get your predictions in as well before we end as well, guys. My score prediction, I do think United can get the win. I do think we will win, to be fair. Score prediction, I think, is hard to predict. I'm going to say my score prediction. I'm going to say 2-0 United. I'm going to say 2-0 to United. I reckon 2-0 United. I think Rashford's going to score 1, and I think Garnacho's going to score 1. So Rashford and Garnacho to score, I think. Rashford and Garnacho, I think, will score. And we will win tomorrow 2-0 against City. It will be hard to obviously keep Erling Haaland out, but Haaland, in my opinion, is just a tap-in merchant. I know he scored 21 goals this season, but if you look at Erling Haaland's overall game, it's not overly impressive. People say Erling Haaland's better than Kylian Mbappe. Haaland's, in my opinion, nowhere near Kylian Mbappe. I think, in my opinion, Kylian Mbappe, I think, is a miles better player than I think Kylian Mbappe is a miles better player than Erling Haaland because, you know, you look at Kylian Mbappe's overall game, it's miles better than Erling Haaland. There's more of a chance that, you know, Kylian Mbappe can live up to the living more of like Messi and Ronaldo more than, I mean, you know, I think Mbappe will be known as one of the best players in the world in 2 years' time. I reckon he will seal his place as the best player in the world. And I don't think Erling Haaland will. I think there'll be someone else that comes up and competes with Mbappe for the top 2 best players in the world. And yeah, I don't think that guy's Erling Haaland because if you just look at his overall game, because I personally think if you stick any striker up front in that Manchester City team, they would do well. So if you start, I think if you stuck Harry Kane in that Manchester City team, stuck him up front in Erling Haaland's position with all the service that he's going to get from players like Kevin De Bruyne, Rodri, Gundogan, Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, I honestly think if you stick any striker up front, then they can do well for Manchester City. Honestly. Harry Kane would be that kind of player as well. So, yeah. But look, huge game, and hopefully we are it. And, you know, I'm sure Ten Hag's got a plan. I'm sure Ten Hag's got a solid, good plan to keep out Erling Haaland. But, you know, it'd be interesting to see who wins this midfield battle because obviously our midfield's been great this year. Let's see how our midfield can bloody play against Manchester City. Who will win that midfield battle like? I honestly think whoever can come out on top of winning that midfield battle, I think stands a huge chance of winning that of winning the game. Honestly, I think just whoever wins that midfield battle will probably come out on top and win that game tomorrow, in my opinion. And, you know, with Casemiro, I have huge belief that we can. With Christian Eriksen, I have huge belief that we can win that midfield battle. Get the ball up to Rashford. Rashford's, just as we all know, is absolutely amazing up front. So yeah, hopefully he's able to do a job. Hopefully he's able to do a job. And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't bloody wait for tomorrow. It should be great. It should be great. But yeah, guys, I'm going to wrap it up here. So subscribe if you're new, guys. Subscribe if you're new. Drop a like on the stream. And yeah, I am saying Manchester United will beat Manchester City tomorrow. I think Manchester United will show that Manchester is red once again. And we are on our road back to where we want to be at Manchester United. We're on our way back up to the top. We're on, and, you know, hopefully we are onto something. But hopefully I don't regret these words, and that, you know, me having faith in Manchester United is a good thing, and we're actually able to go on and get the job done. And I have huge belief that we can. I believe that we can, and I believe that we will beat Manchester City tomorrow. But, you know, overall, Weghorst, hopefully Weghorst does do well for Manchester United. We need to wish him the best and support Weghorst as a Manchester United player, even though it's not our ideal signing. But yeah, let's shut out Erling Haaland tomorrow. Martinez, Varane, they've both got him in his pockets. Well, one of them has anyway. I reckon Martinez. Actually, you know, I said Martinez would pocket him last time, so I'll say Varane's going to pocket him this time, and hopefully that's good luck. So Varane to pocket sorry, I was about to say Varane to pocket Martinez. Varane to pocket Haaland tomorrow, I think. Manchester United win 2-0. That's what I think. That's what I bloody think, and I believe it as well this time. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, guys, drop a like and subscribe. I'll speak to you all tomorrow for the review of Manchester United and Manchester City. Hopefully, I'm in a good mood with a Manchester United win. We'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, I am confident that we will win. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Speak to you on the next one. Peace out.